Hi, this is Lucy at Pilates Birmingham. I've been asked to do another video on arm flexibility, rounded shoulders and tightness in the shoulder. So in this video I'm going to be doing two exercises. One is called drawing a chalk circle and the other is called arm opens. And they're just really great exercises because you get a good range of movement in the shoulder, so you're working your flexibility, but they also really stretch out through the pectorals. So any of those rounded shoulder positions where the pectoral is getting quite short, it helps you to open up and draw the shoulders back and down. You can do both of these exercises with no equipment at all. However, if you do find that your head is not in a comfortable position, you can grab yourself quite a deep yoga block if you have one, or just a firm cushion or pillow. And if you want to get a little bit more of a stretch, you can use a hand weight. If you don't have any hand weights, you can always grab a tin of something from your kitchen because it's a perfect weight and it will do the job just the same. Great, so let's come down into the position. Come over onto your side. Make sure that you've got enough space around you towards the top of your head. You don't need any space towards the bottom of you, so make sure you've got enough space towards the top of you. Place your lower legs so that you've got your feet stacked and your knees stacked, and have your shins so that you're parallel to the edge of your mat, or if you're not using a mat, just having the legs parallel. You want to come down onto your side so that you've got your hip at a right angle and your knees at a right angle as well. When you lay your shoulder down, try to draw your shoulder down from your ear. So what you don't want to do is come down and be lying on your shoulder in this position here. So draw your shoulder down from your ear and you want to be in this position here. If you find that this is not a very good place for you with your head coming down at an angle, that's the point when you want to get your firm cushion or block. Get yourself set again and then move your cushion into position. Try and have your head towards the front edge of the support that you're using so that you've got most of the back of the support behind you. You're going to sit one hand on top of the other, and let's do drawing a chalk circle first of all. We want to keep our hip bones in this stacked position, so we've got a light engagement through the abdominals. We don't want the hip to be rolling back. So we're stabilising the lower back and the hips, but we're going to allow the upper body, the upper spine to rotate back and the shoulder to rotate back as well. So what we do in this exercise is called drawing a chalk circle. Imagine you're holding a piece of chalk in your fingers. I just like to pop 2 fingers down onto the mat and you're drawing a chalk circle. So you're aiming to keep your fingers in contact with the mat as you go over. You're roughly following the arm with your eye gaze. So we're allowing the head to roll back, the shoulder and the upper back to rotate back, but we're keeping those hip bones stacked. And as you come back down, you're taking the hand down the side of the leg and the palms of the hands together. So we're going in that same direction. You're going over the head, keeping the fingers in contact with the floor as much as you can, and you're allowing the neck and the head to come back as well. So I'm actually demonstrating this on my good shoulder where I can get quite a good range of movement. I've chosen to do that for the video. You might find that your arm is sort of hovering over here and it's even up here, which is like me on my other shoulder. Don't worry about that. You're just reaching back towards the floor as much as you can. Don't worry if you're not in contact with the floor at all. But if you do find that you are sort of adrift quite a long way, you're up here maybe and you can't get this position coming back, if you do find that you are quite adrift, then try with your tin from the kitchen, or with your weight, if you have one, a hand weight. Don't pick anything too heavy. If you're using a hand weight, you really don't want to go heavier than 1 kilo. That's really your maximum with this. These tins are only 400 grams, so it's not even half a kilo. And then you can take your tin or your weight in your hand, you can slide it along the floor, and then you can find those places in the shoulder that feel a bit tight. So it might be here, and you can just allow the arm to hang down, and then just finding those tight spots and allow it to hang down, and then just moving around really, really slowly. So with this exercise, traditionally it's a breath in to prepare and then an out breath to move around. But I find quite often when I'm teaching this in my classes, it's actually just a long time to do the breath, the long out breath. So you can just breathe at your normal pace, but aim to do lateral breathing, so navel to spine. You're moving the breath into the sides and back of the rib cage, so you're keeping the pelvis stable, the hip bones stacked, but you're allowing the upper part of the spine to rotate and getting that full range of movement for you into the shoulder. So let's just go one more time with these chalk circles. Good, and resting together. Good, so our second exercise, arm opens. We start in exactly the same position with the 90 degree in the knee and the 90 degree in the hip. Shoulder down from the ear and creating space between your hip and your rib. It's a similar exercise. We're breathing in to prepare. Breathing out this time, we're going to go into an arm open. You're following the hand again with the eye gaze. You're keeping your hip bones stacked. Breathing in as you return. Breathing out to open. Breathing in, return. So it's very similar to the drawing the chalk circle. We're keeping our hip bones in a stacked position, navel to spine. And we're trying to get that mobility through the shoulder and the upper back. And we're also getting a really good stretch in the pectorals when we're in this position, reaching back. And again, you might find when you do this exercise that you're here and it's not going any further back, and that's where your range of movement is. It might feel very tight across the chest into the pectorals, and you might feel quite limited in that range of movement. And that again is when you can bring your weight in, again no heavier than a kilo. That'll be enough, or you can grab your trusty tin from the kitchen, which is a really lovely weight to use, and then you're going back strong through the abdominals, stabilize the lower back, get that good rotation through the upper back and the shoulder. You find with a weight which is as light as this one, it gives you just the right amount of stretch without applying any pressure and without making it really difficult to return with your hands together. So let's just do a couple more. You're breathing out. Breathing in. And one more time, breathing out. So of course I've just done my right side with these 2 exercises. Do both sides. Even if you've only got a tight shoulder on one side, it's good to work the exercises on both sides. It's just good to keep the body nice and even. I've just shown you on the one side just for the purpose of the video, so you can always go back to the beginning of the video and then go ahead and do it on your left side as well. And it's good to do roughly about 10 of each exercise, or 10 to 15. So I hope you found this helpful. I will definitely be doing some more shoulder stretch exercises coming in the next couple of weeks. Do head on over to my channel if you would like to see more videos on fitness tips and tricks, and subscribe and click the bell icon and you'll get notifications when I release new videos. Thanks so much everybody, I'll see you again, bye.